Like, I don't consider A Nightmare on Elm Street a slasher film. I really don't. To me, you don't have tons of blood flying and girls running with their boobies. You don't see that in A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a very planned, insidious death that you're gonna have.
Welcome back to Den of Horror in another episode of Confessions of a Final Girl with my special guest, none other than the incredible Lisa Wilcox, who played a final girl, Alice Johnson, in A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5. Today, Lisa shares her experiences working alongside the legendary Robert Englund, the man who became the personification of nightmares with his portrayal of Freddy Krueger. She also speaks to us about how she feels A Nightmare on Elm Street forever altered the landscape of horror, ushering in a new era of fear, imagination, and creativity. But that's not it. Today, Lisa opens up about the real-life pain she had to channel to breathe life into Alice Johnson, bringing an unparalleled depth to her character that has touched the hearts of horror fans worldwide. Also, don't forget to connect with Lisa Wilcox on her Instagram page. Also, check out her website. The links are in the description. And remember, if you like today's episode, subscribe to Den of Horror for more interviews with the unsung heroes of film and horror. Now, without any further ado, let's talk nightmares with Lisa Wilcox.
Yeah, it's also I asked you a moment ago how much Lisa Wilcox was in Alice Johnson. So it sounds like you kind of know Robert Englund a little bit. So I've got to ask you, how much Robert Englund is in Freddy Krueger?
He really, if you ever go to a convention and go to a panel, Robert talks about it, and he was already an established actor. For him, he kind of used like the anger of Freddy Krueger. Like, here comes Heather Langenkamp and, these beautiful young people, and Robert's, mid 30s, late 30s. And he kind of used that as to feel angry and wanting revenge and, that kind of thing. So, we actors do all kinds of things to get into character, as it were.
So did you do anything special to get into the character of Alice Johnson, or in general even? Do you have like a Lisa Wilcox procedure?
Well, honestly, I really felt, because of my training, doing theater, playing all kinds of different roles, degree from UCLA, I was a trained actress. Like, I knew how to read a script and dissect a character and what to do. You create a backstory. And a lot of Alice Johnson's backstory fit perfectly with some of my personal experiences, right? Also being bullied. I was very much bullied. We moved to this wealthy area in St. Louis, Missouri, and these girls were all like so much older than their age, even at 10, 11 years old. And I was still wearing little tights and cute little skirts and patent leather shoes, and these girls were like t-shirts and Levi's, and like I got so bullied, you have no idea. So I could relate to monsters bullying me, okay, because I had girls bullying me.
But now, speaking from one icon to another, let's speak a little bit about A Nightmare on Elm Street just as a franchise. I mean, there've been so many great horror movies, and the 80s created a whole slew of a particular brand of horror movie that has left such a mark. Because A Nightmare on Elm Street, even with all of that, is different and stands, let's say, head and shoulders above most of the others. What do you think it is that resonated so deeply?
In my opinion, and I think why people do gravitate towards A Nightmare on Elm Street, as well as the other films, but I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street is very intelligent. It's a film that this monster capitalizes on your personal fears. It's not like, oh, there's a monster on the bed and it's going to come out with a knife and kill me. There's a purpose of this monster, Freddy Krueger, who knows how to terrorize you because he knows your deepest fears. And dreaming, isn't that our sacred place? This other level now of this monster who can enter your dreams. So to me, Freddy Krueger, this monster, is multi-leveled. Like, I don't consider A Nightmare on Elm Street a slasher film. I really don't. to me, you don't have tons of blood flying and girls running with their boobies. You know, you don't see that in A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a very planned, insidious death that you're gonna have.
Yeah, what a great answer. I think good horror movies have always managed to capitalize on something that we as a society see as normality. For example, Jaws and the ocean, and A Nightmare on Elm Street has done what you just said with dreams. You know, we all have them, and it changes our perception on them for a moment, you know.